Those things are not to be taken like that. When you receive guerreros or a hand of Ifa as a babalao, that does not give you permission to start going and looking up oduns and saying, "Oh, well, I have one hand of Ifa. I have these. I'm looking inside and I can see what I got here, and well, I seen a babalao do it on YouTube." You can't do that. The oduns, it's just so much work, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. They think, well, I have so much knowledge in this religion, and that automatically makes me that should make me certified in this religion. Well, it doesn't technically work that way, because some things may be done in Wicca that is not done in this faith, that I'm not a Wiccan priest. I cannot perform those rites. I have not got the proper training, and vice versa. It takes so much stuff, so many things. All these palos have been prepared. They're not just palos you buy in a boveda, and just because I'm not a mayombero does not mean that I cannot work palos. I can work palos too. But just, you can't go buy palos in a store and say, oh, I'm gonna do this, or I seen this guy do this thing on the plate with cinnamon. And no, when you receive guerreros, warriors, hand of Ifa, that is for your personal that's for your health, your prosperity, etc., etc. You cannot go around trying to trick people and saying, "Oh, well, look it." For example, here's a caldero right here that is being prepared for somebody who's going to get guerreros. Now, you can't show them that little cauldron and say, "Well, I've been, practicing metaphysical studies for 4 years now, but you barely got your warriors 6 months ago," and they're thinking that, oh, well, he's a priest then, and boom, no, you're gonna mess up people's lives that way, and not only that, you're gonna mess up your own life that way. And I know, guys, a lot of people can get so anxious and they want to get their stuff done and their initiation, but do not rush into things. Patience is a virtue. It really is. A lot of people, I understand, they get so anxious and they want to get their initiations done and they want to do this. But believe me, guys, that's how error ends up happening. Trust me, because somebody's going to turn you down because it's not right, but somebody will accept you. There's people I know that will give you an enganga. You wire them the money and they'll send you an enganga in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? They'll make you tata and kisi malongo in one day. I hear these things all the time and that's what happens. A lot of the times people get so impatient because somebody like me, I'll tell you straight up, no, you're not going to do that. And they don't like the way I'm teaching, but I'm only trying to do it so they don't make no flaws. And they'll be like, oh, Moses doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm going to go to so-and-so. He'll give me X, Y, and Z, and I'll be a babalao in a week. And I'll show Moses. You do what you want, but like I said, you gotta understand there's more to this religion and this tradition and this spiritualism than people think. And unfortunately, people have tried to just turn it out to where it's just like a business type thing, like it's money. And I get a lot of criticism from other people that are around me because I run my house the way I want to run my house. When I got initiated into Ifa, in the beginning I was anxious and wanting to do this and wanting to do that, wanting to do this, and it just led to problems. I had to calm down and think with my head, and people told me, you need to calm down, you got to have patience. But when I got initiated and I filled in a lot of stuff that the people who initiated me did not, teach me, or weren't good godparents, if you want to say, I can run my house the way I want People tell me all the time, oh, well, I've never seen that thing hanging behind your door. I've never seen that before. Well, okay, and your point is, I mean, there's so many things that some people, I may never see in my life before. I may never see in my life that is in the Oduns of Ifa. How to prepare a certain inche or sign, how to prepare a certain, spiritual thing that I can't, the Oduns are too vast in knowledge, they're too big. And just on that one day when you're getting consulted, and that one particular odun comes up and it's recommended that one of the particular ibos or obras is done for you, that does not make the person an illegit babalao, palero, santero, because another santero hasn't seen that before. And that's what puts a lot of fear in people. They're like, oh, well, I got this from a babalao or a santero or a palero, and another santero or babalao, palero may say, oh, well, I've never seen that before. And then that puts a whole shock into your whole thing. And, ask somebody who has knowledge, and they'll go about the proper way of checking whether that thing is, how do you say, otar. If it's solid, if it's ebofine boda, you know what I mean? So don't let people take you off the path. But, getting back to the story of this thing that's going on, people saying they're traditional Lukumi priests, traditional African Nigerian priests from the state of Ogun or whatever the case may be, and then they're doing things in their own way. That is not traditional. Tradition means you follow a set of traditions that was passed down to you, not your own ideology. That does not count as traditional Ifa.